Oh my goodness, is it time for another superhero deep dive? You know what? I think it is. Welcome everyone to a new superhero deep dive. I am your host Jason. As always, I have a very good one for you today. It's going to be kind of quick. It's not a whole lot of information on it, but man, this character is cool. All right, let me get my disclaimers out of the way and we will get into it. So the information is pulled from different sources across the internet and may or may not be completely complete, but they do give a really good insight on the current superhero. You can catch me every Tuesday and Thursday on Outworld Fleet Radio. Their website is outworldfleetradio.online. Like I said, I'm on every Tuesday and Thursday throughout the day. You can catch me on Instagram and X under Super Deep Dive, where I post superhero memes daily, like superhero meme reviews. It's a lot of fun. You can email me directly at b4itall, so b4itall at yahoo.com. I'm also on TikTok, where I post the superhero daily meme reviews under Superhero Deep Dive, and I'm on YouTube under Superhero Deep Dive, where I post meme reviews and I post the podcast weekly. Please catch me on Superhero Deep Dive. I would love it if you liked, comment, subscribed, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff to let me know you're there. Let's have a conversation and build the superhero community, because it's not all about Spider-Man and Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and all that stuff. It's about all the other characters too, which I love to cover. All right. So this week I am covering Lady Blackhawk. She is awesome. She's kind of like this time-displaced female fighter pilot lady. She's amazing. Let me get this in. But first, there's a superhero fun fact you guys may like. The font Comic Sans MS, the one font that is hated all over the internet, was actually based on the lettering used in the Dark Knight Returns and Watchmen graphic novels. So DC is responsible for the worst font ever. No, it's not the worst font, but it does annoy people for some reason. All right, let's get into it. Lady Blackhawk, her real name. Now, there's been a couple iterations of Lady Blackhawk. I'm talking about the original and more popular one. Her real name is Zinda Blake. Zinda Blake, determined to become the first woman member of the famed World War II unit known as the Blackhawks, trained herself to pilot a wide range of modern aircraft and made herself an expert in various forms of combat and weaponry. She did this herself. How did she do this? She found planes. She probably did some illegal stuff to get into the airfields and learn how to fly planes. She probably found some guns. It was right around World War II, so she did that. She probably got in a lot of fights with people. She is known for running her mouth and backing it up. Alright, so her first attempt to join the group came when she helped rescue a member of a modern-day pirate, or member from a modern-day pirate called the Scavenger. Despite her able assistance, Zinda was told that the Blackhawk codes forbid women from joining the team. Zinda then followed this exploit by rescuing the entire Blackhawk team from the Scavenger again, and in return was told by Blackhawk himself that she could become an honorary member of the team. After a number of adventures with the Blackhawks, Zinda became the victim of the villainous Nazi operative Killer Shark, who used a chemical potion to brainwash her, forcing her to take up the identity of the costume Queen Killer Shark. Zinda battled her former comrades a number of times as Killer Shark's accomplice before she was freed from the effects of the potion. Due to the time warping effects of Zero Hour, Zinda is now in the present DC Comics continuity. Looking the same as she did in 1959, her world through time involved her assisting with the battle against the villain Extant. She has served as a supporting character to Guy Gardner, Warrior, during Zero Hour. Zinda befriends Guy, Steel, and an alternate universe Batgirl. They have several adventures in various time periods such as the Wild West and Far Future. Ultimately, the small group is separated by the events of the crossover. Zinda perceives no time passing before she appears in front of Warriors, a nightclub that serves as a front for Guy Gardner's latest heroic endeavors. Zinda is instantly accepted by Guy and offered a place to live. Multiple times, she assists him and his makeshift team against supervillains, often serving as a pilot, and Zinda's companions include, but are not limited to, Aricia, who is a former Green Lantern, Buck Wargo, a millionaire adventurer, and Tiger Man, a half tiger, half man. In one incident, Zinda suffers multiple injuries while defending Warrior's patrons. She is treated at Wargo's medical facility and told she will make a full recovery. In 2004, Zinda began service as the team pilot in Birds of Prey. Barbara Gordon recruits Zinda as the team's fourth member. Since Zinda is looking for a change, she gladly accepts, and flashbacks reveal the other Blackhawks have passed away, Wu Cheng being the last. She has been having trouble fitting in with the current Blackhawk Incorporated, an international shipping company, which she actually owns 1/8 of. Zinda accepts the job with Black Canary's unofficial group on the grounds that she is in full control of any flying duties. Zinda first suggested the name Birds of Prey for Barbara's team in Birds of Prey number 86. Blake resigns from the Birds of Prey in issue 107 rather than seeing Barbara Gordon forced to dismiss her under orders from the group's new leader, Spy Smasher. She later comes to Barbara's aid in Birds of Prey number 108 and rejoins the team, which is then restored to Barbara's command. So she left in one issue and came back like the next issue. Like give it a couple months at least. Like give it like 3 or 4 issues. Like let there be some time. But that's really it. Like her history is really, really short. But she's such a fun character. Let me get into her powers. Zinda is an ace flyer, able to easily handle any type of aircraft. She's also a fine markswoman, skilled in the use of a variety of weapons, and has superior abilities in hand-to-hand combat. Blake continues to wear her own version of the Blackhawk uniforms in Birds of Prey, which consists of a blue tunic, military cap, frilled miniskirt and boots. In her early appearances, she was drawn wearing blue tights. I think that was done for the Comics Authority because that frilled miniskirt was very mini. So, but you know, she doesn't have powers. This lady is someone that saw something that needed to be done and went and did it. And that's what's so endearing about her. And the fact that she is just a tough chick. Like, if she doesn't like you, she's not afraid to tell you. She's not afraid to get in your face, and she's not afraid to throw a punch. It's a pretty awesome character. It's kind of refreshing because then you have a lot of other characters that don't have a lot of powers or don't have any powers, like Huntress, for instance, and they try to be tough and stuff. But this lady is like, I'm gonna go have a beer, I'm gonna get in your face, and we'll see who walks off the bar tonight. Like that's who this girl is. She's so much fun to read. But fun facts. A group of Lady Blackhawks appear in Batman the Brave and Bold number 121. Or number 21, I'm sorry. Zinda first suggested the name Birds of Prey for Oracle's team in Birds of Prey number 86. Zinda was actually a one-time movie actress, so that could have given her access to firearms and airports and stuff like that, where she could learn to fly, because you know, she could say it was for movie roles. She could use her star influence to get past security, you know, stuff like that. And she was drawn very, very not provocatively, but very flirtatiously, I guess. Like she was drawn cute, so she could have, and being a Hollywood actress, she could have known how to use her feminine wiles to her own advantage, you know? Like, it's not unheard of. and typically Zinda Blake does not possess any superhuman abilities. However, on one occasion, she was actually granted temporary superhuman strength after being exposed to radiation by Baron Brain. This was very, very temporary. It didn't last very long at all. It was a blip for a story, I believe. But what do you guys think? Like, she's pretty cool, right? Like, she's a fun character. She is a fun character that is like lost in the background of things. But she's happy being that because all she really wanted to do was be part of the Blackhawks team. It kind of reminds me of my daughter in a lot of ways. My daughter is a member of the BSA, the Boy Scouts of America. Now I know she's a girl. She's a beautiful 17-year-old woman. She's awesome. She's got a personality to kill. She's got, she's as cute as a button. Everyone likes her. She instantly, she's got this charisma about her. She becomes popular wherever she goes. But like, she went and around our area, the Girl Scouts did not seem to have the same kind of leadership opportunities that the Boy Scouts did. So she wanted to be part of the Boy Scouts. She wanted to go and do constant camping trips and go and learn these things, learn how to take care of herself, which I don't know if it's offered in other places. It just didn't seem to be offered here. If it was and we're mistaken, that's fine too, because I'm not condemning anyone. But all she wanted was the same opportunities, which is the same thing that Zinda Blake wanted. She wanted the same opportunities. She wanted to be a Blackhawk. She wanted to be a hero. She wanted to be able to fly and fight for what she believed in, which is exactly what my daughter is doing. Like, she's in there, she's earning the badges, she's going up the ranks. She didn't ask for special treatment. She just wants the same opportunities, and I don't think you can argue that. But let me get into my final thoughts on the character. I'm sure I've given a lot of them anyway, but Lady Blackhawk has a really cool story that definitely belongs on the big screen. And with the new DC universe being introduced in Blue Beetle, we've established that there have actually been heroes in the past. And if you haven't seen Blue Beetle, that's okay. There's a spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. All right. So in Blue Beetle, there are, we see mannequins in Ted Kord's Beetle Cave, basically, of previous iterations of Blue Beetle. It shows us that there have been a history of Blue Beetles, and the uncle, he heard of Blue Beetle before in the past, so he kind of fanboyed out with it. Excuse me. So we know that this happened. We know that there have been heroes. I'm gonna get a drink. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So with that being said, this is the perfect opportunity to do something for Lady Blackhawk, set in World War II, or we can even go back farther and set in World War I if we wanted. But let her be that sassy, snarky woman that learns how to fly, learns how to handle weapons, learns how to fight, learns how to become a hero. Then let her either come to present day via time travel or something, because that stuff, it's not unheard of. And in the comic realm, you could say there's even in Captain America First Avenger, they were using some weird technology that came from the Tesseract, right? So there could be something in the DC universe. Maybe, we know that Krypton was exploding and falling apart. So what if there was parts of kryptonite that came in and they harnessed it because of the radiation, and they figured out some kind of, they were making some weapons, but something happens There's an explosion. She's caught in it and transported to the present day. You know, like something like that. That can happen. So she has her own adventures in the past. She's brought back current time too. Okay. So you can even have a Lady Blackhawk team that had maybe evolved over the years. And then, you know, so she could have started that back in World War II. And as she started it, then, you know, there's a team that they constantly have people come in and they age out or pass away or whatever happens. But the team is constantly there. It's just the Blackhawks or the Lady Blackhawks. So she gets in and it's present day, you know, and this is like an elite fighting air team type thing. I don't know. There could be a couple avenues that they could go with. But you know, there's a lot of stories that could be at play here. One thing I do know is I know who would be perfect for the role of, at the very least, the present day Lady Blackhawk, and that would be WWE Hall of Famer Stacy Keibler. She's an ex-wrestler that once boasted the longest legs in wrestling. And if you watch this on YouTube and you see the pictures of Lady Blackhawk, you'll know exactly what I mean, because she has all legs in every photo. But Stacy Keibler, she's still got an athletic figure, so she could do the suit justice, you know. And she's also got that like girl next door smile that would make her really enduring for the part. One of the other things that she could do is she's actually got a little bit of acting chops, so you know she could do well. She could do well in a role like this. But what do you guys think? Like, can we put Lady Blackhawk in the modern day DC universe, or could we put her in the past in a movie set in the past? Because we've already established that there have been heroes already. We just don't know how far back they go. So we can set that precedent there. I don't know. I want you guys to let me know. Like I said, you can email me directly anytime at b4itall@yahoo.com. You can catch me on X and Instagram under Super Deep Dive. You can catch me on TikTok under Superhero Deep Dive. You can catch me on YouTube under Superhero Deep Dive. If you do, I do prefer getting reached out on YouTube, but email works great too. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Help me grow the community. I would love to have conversations with you guys. What would you do with her? What kind of story would you put her in? Do you think it could work now? If not, what do you think would work? Do you think maybe just a comic, like a one-shot or a mini-series? Let me know. But I think that's going to do it for me for today. Guys, I hope everyone is blessed. I hope everyone is happy. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is smart. But if you're not smart, don't get caught. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.